Hey there, everyone. Full disclosure, I am going to be talking about a political figure, but I'm going to not get super political. I am going to give you a disclaimer about myself. I am somebody who leans more conservative, but I'm not pushy with my politics on this page. I'm pretty sure it's very obvious with how I speak, though, that I am more conservative. I'm going to be speaking about Steven Crowder and the situation that has come to light in regards to who he is as an actual person. I used to like Steven Crowder. I was subscribed to his YouTube channel for years, had a lot of respect for him until the whole Ben Shapiro situation happened, and he acted really shady in that whole debacle. And I found out, actually, 2 days ago, that Crowder was making very unsavory, very disgusting comments about Down syndrome people when he heard about the Down syndrome Barbie doll. So that just brought to light even more of who he is as an individual. Now, I am somebody who can take dark comedy. I'm okay with that type of stuff. But this was not dark comedy. This was just being mean and hateful. I'm okay with body positivity jokes because if you're going to constantly play the victim online and say you're oppressed as an overweight person, then you're going to get poked fun of. My stance is, as a fat man myself, do not bully people because of their weight. But if you make your weight your entire personality and act like a prick about everything and like you're oppressed, then don't be surprised when people make fun of you. So when he started to insult Down syndrome people who are innocent, they don't deserve this, that showed even more of his character. And then 2 days later, and I'm really grateful for Brett Cooper of the Daily Wire for bringing that to light. Then 2 days later, I find out last night that he verbally abused his wife. He verbally abused his wife. Now, I'm not going to play the entire thing, but I will play a clip of what he did and what he said.
Out of respect, he said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go, I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop.
And in that same video, Steven continues to berate his, at the time, 8-month pregnant wife, saying that she had wifely duties that she must attend to, and that she's not fulfilling her wifely duties as she's 8 months pregnant. I'm sorry, I may be a traditionalist, I may be somebody who fights for traditional values and things of that nature, but I also believe that if a woman is 8 months pregnant, it is your job as a man to do everything you can to help that woman out. So that is something that's extra disgusting. And when she tried to go out, he kept berating her, saying, well, you want to take the only car we've got. You want to take the only car we've got. And you can take an Uber. Call an Uber. But don't take the only car we've got. Which to me seems really disgusting. And there were people in the comment section saying that she was the abusive one. She wanted to take the only car when Steven said that she had other options. And I made a TikTok response to this person. And this is what I had to say to this because it was just repulsive how there are people that could even think of defending this type of behavior.
Steven,
You're not taking a car.
Steven,
You are not
then I
taking
will ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not about Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
You know, commenters like this really upset me. You're telling me Crowder making all the suggestions for his pregnant wife to take the Uber, do this, do that. And then in another comment, you said, she's the narcissist, not Crowder. So you're telling me that Crowder isn't capable of taking an Uber to get from point A to point B? You're telling me that Crowder isn't capable of doing everything that he asked his wife to do? His pregnant wife, who would probably feel more safe in a car where she's able to drive herself and not in an Uber with a stranger that could do who knows what to her? You're telling me that the big, strong man, Steven Crowder, couldn't do that? And on top of that, him telling her that she needs to fulfill her, quote, wifely duties. Give me a break, you sexist pig. I mean, this peach of an individual just seems like the top candidate for any woman to want to be with. Or, let me rephrase that, run away from. You see, idiots like this, people who actually are incels, because I believe this person's an incel. I believe he believes all the stupid hype that Crowder gives himself. As somebody who is a former fan of Crowder's, I can say it's stupid. That I used to look at Crowder as a comedian, and I laughed at a lot of his stuff, and a lot of his stuff was funny. But now looking back, a lot of his stuff was just him being a bully. Amazing how that works. Yeah, I followed somebody stupid. We all make mistakes sometimes, but at least I own up to it. This is disgusting. All of this is disgusting. But then on top of that, Crowder gave a statement, and his statement didn't look too good on him.
I commented on my ongoing divorce on Tuesday, requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Look, broken marriages are ugly, and in them people do ugly things. Myself, of course included, I would never claim otherwise. However,
you know somebody's about to completely shirk responsibility whenever they have either but or however at the end of their whole I do bad things too. However, I do bad things too. But it's not taking ownership when you have however or but at the end of a sentence. Period.
Due to recent misleadingly edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to consequences of the court.
So tell us, Stephen, in what world, edited or not edited, would there be any context that would make that okay? How you treated your wife, how you talked about your wife. Even if she was doing some bad stuff in the relationship too, you would not let her leave unless she followed your rules. So what context is there that would make any of that okay?
Well, if not privacy, the next best option is truth. So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record, finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions or sanctions from the courts of Texas.
I cannot find the tweet, and I spent some time digging, but as somebody said, basically you're going to leak your wife's medical history to try to see if you can use the whole she's not mentally with it thing. Now, of course, that's just an assumption. But it sure seems like you're trying to use your wife's medical history against her. Is that necessarily a good look for you, Stephen? I personally don't think so.
I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week.
Crowder, from what I've read, and again, these are just tweets that I've read on the internet, I've seen no evidence of this, but I wouldn't be surprised given how you're acting. You apparently, allegedly, hired a lawyer within the last 3 months of your marriage to try to save face and to try to make sure she got nothing. Again, these are allegations. I doubt he'll ever see this, but I don't want Steven to see this video and assume that I'm stating things as fact. But what I do know as a fact, Steven, is that video that we saw, that little Ring camera, there is no place in the world, no timeline that would ever make anything like that justifiable, even if your wife was being horrible. You claim to be a Christian. Turn the other cheek, Stephen. But we all know you won't do that because you're the big, strong alpha male. You cannot have your big, strong alpha male feelings hurt. Oh, boo-hoo. Stephen, you should have never had this video leaked. Your family should have never had this leaked. I will say that. But, like somebody said in a tweet, this feels like karma. It feels like karma. because you leaked the conversation between you and Jeremy Boring. You acted like an awful man-child in all of this. And your attitude is coming to light. How you actually behave towards people is coming to light. And I read, and this is again an allegation, I'm not stating this as fact, that you said off camera that you're going to F her up. You're going to F your wife up. Your 8-month pregnant wife. If that's true, that's utterly disgusting and really repulsive. I will say this. I do agree with Candace Owens on this statement.
Just because it's occurred to me that there are some people out there who believe that to be a conservative, what it means is that we become tribal and we defend other conservatives even when they do things that are wrong, that we don't discuss things that are horrible on our own side because we need to just make sure that we score wins in other ways, and that is wrong. So that to me is the exact opposite of why I have this platform. I am not tribal. I want to expose things when they are bad on the left, and I will also expose things when they are bad on the right.
Tribalism is what's hurting this country. Tribalism is what's destroying our relationships. Why it seems like we can't be friends with people who think differently than us. I'm friends with people who are progressive, who have completely opposing views from me. Why? Because I treat them with respect and kindness. We lose that side of each other when we put politics at the forefront. We need to call out bad actors on all sides. If you're a Christian, you call out people who are doing bad in Christianity. If you're a Republican, you should call out people who are doing bad in the Republican Party, especially people who are doing bad in the Republican Party, because you would want your side to be better than that. And the same for Democrats. If you're a Democrat and you believe in democratic principles, you should call out the bad actors in the Democratic Party because you would hope that your side is better than that. All of this is coming to light with Steven Crowder. Everything being shown here is just his behavior coming home to roost. And where we do not know everything that has happened, I think I heard that his wife made a statement as well. In fact, I think Candace Owens actually brought up her statement, which I will cover in another video, because this is getting a little bit too long. I find it disgusting when people like Crowder claim to love Jesus, claim to be these big conservative Christian men. They do everything to try to convince you that they are these big conservative Christian men, but then they do everything the exact opposite of what the Bible would say, or what they claim their own conservative principles are. I don't buy into the alpha male nonsense. Do I believe in toxic masculinity? No. But do I believe that just like women, men can be absolute pricks? Of course I do. I just can't wrap my head around this. But you know what? I don't have to. Crowder, your attitude is being shown here. And you threatening legal ramifications against your wife. Legal against your wife, who has kids to take care of. That shows how childish you are. And shame on you for that. This is Gabe of Radio Blobfish signing off saying take care and God bless. And for the love of all that is good in this world, do not be like Steven Crowder.